It's the battle of the Helinox backpacking chairs.
The Chair Zero
versus the Chair Zero high back.
I definitely have a clear favorite.
And so do I, although mine is vastly different than hers.
Vastly, there's only two. But anyways, we're gonna go over why we like these chairs, what's different about them, and tell you why my choice is the best. You have found Explore Trek Adventure. I'm Kelly.
I'm Greg.
And we cover everything camping, from backpacking to adventure vans.
Quick disclaimer, we purchased the Chair Zero ourselves, but Helinox did send us the Chair Zero high back for review. If you're curious how we handle free products for reviews, you can visit our website right here and it tells you exactly what we do for our process. As with all backpacking gear, weight, super important. Let's see how much these guys both weigh. So the Chair Zero by itself, 1 pound, 2.4 ounces, or 520 grams. The high back version comes in at 1 pound, 7.5 ounces, or 665 grams. How it sits, the high back is about 5 ounces heavier. But let me grab the packs and I'll show you how they fit in the pack itself. I brought both my pack and Kelly's pack. I have the Exos 58 pack, and I like to carry, if I'm gonna carry a chair, I usually keep it right here. And it'll slide, actually it slides all the way in. It's not gonna get hung up on anything. There's also a secondary spot over on the side. These pockets on the side are really big. You can see it sucks up the whole chair. And then you can make sure that these straps are over it. You can tighten it down. Let's now check out the high back and see how well it fits in here. So it sticks out the top a little bit more, and it's definitely a bigger round. Let's see if it fits in the side. Yeah, that works there, and then you can put the strap on to make sure it holds everything in place. This is also a good spot where I put tent poles or tent, actually sometimes I'll put the tent body in here. Kelly has the Hyperlight Unbound 40. I'll show you where she normally puts it. There's this 10-liter outer section. So she normally slides the chair into here. Pretty tight in here, but it works. It also easily fits in these side pockets. These side pockets are huge. That's a good spot. Will the high back fit in here? Yeah. You could also end up using like a strap up here and strap it to the top if you wanted to. Or that easily fits in that side pocket. To be totally honest, we don't always bring a backpacking chair with us when we go out. When we go out on short trips, we almost always bring a chair, but if we're doing a longer trip and we're doing a lot of miles, the odds of us bringing a chair are actually pretty low.
I'll show you how easy this is to set up. One nice thing about this bag is it is a little bit oversized and there is a little hook, so you could attach it with a carabiner to your pack or wherever you need. Let's open it up. And one of the best things about this chair, or that I like, is it has blue legs. Put all the things, the legs into the holes. Easily go in. This does spin around, so when you are ready to put the top part on, you gotta make sure they're angled the same way. When you look at the seat, it actually has a little padded cushion towards the top, and there is a little rod inside of it, maybe to keep it sturdy. Where the top of the poles go, it goes all the way up to the top. So you're gonna slide it in and push it all the way down. Do the other side. Gonna actually pull them down together. And then at the bottom, it has a different little container for the seat. And of course you wanna pull it, stretch it a little bit. Not terrible to get in. This one you wanna pull a little harder, get it in. There we have it. That was pretty easy.
This Chair Zero has been my chair for this last, I don't know, year and a half. And it's been one of my favorites. Although the color is not orange, which is one strike against it. But one thing I like about the Helinox chairs, bags are super easy. And these poles, as far as poles go, these are one of the easier ones to go in. They just slide right in. There's no extra effort. And unlike that one, these don't spin, so these are locked into place. Once you get the legs together, just set it on the ground and you can open up the fabric, and on one side it says this side up, and it just has pockets on every corner. And actually, they are color coded. The silver is on top. And there's a lot of flex in here, so it's really easy to get on. Some of the chairs, not so easy. This chair, pretty easy.
One of the most important things, especially if you've been hiking all day long, is comfort. So the Zero. Ooh! Yeah, a little harder for me to get into, a little harder to on the old knees. This chair is comfortable, I guess. Not my favorite. I feel like I'm sliding out when I'm like this. And then seated in up position, it is what it is. But now for the high back. Really like this one, and I think the reason I really like it is because I'm more seated up, or sitting straight up. I feel like I can easily cook, stretch my legs out nicely, and I don't feel like I'm just slouching. So yeah. By the way, this is my favorite.
Let's start with my favorite. So I like this chair partially because I like to stick my legs out, and when I'm at camp, I like to hang out and chill. And this is my position, and this chair does exactly that. A lot of chairs don't. Both of these chairs have a nice wide base, but this one has the nice wide base on the top. This doesn't dig into my armpits. I think Kelly says it digs into her armpits. How I sit, it's fine, and maybe I'm just tall enough where my arms kind of reach over the top. I like that. For me, it's easy to sit up in if I like to, if you're doing some cooking like this, and it's easy for me to get out of. Now, when it comes to the high back, I'm not gonna lie, I had high hopes for this chair. It is very comfortable, but it's not comfortable for me in my chill reclined seat. It seems like the back is up too high, and the weird thing is when you look at them side by side, they look like they're at the same angle. I don't know what it is, but to me, when I stick my legs out, I feel like I'm gonna fall forward. But if you wanna sit up and have a more upright position, like if you're sitting around the campfire, this seated position is super comfy. Like everything is just in the right spot. I feel totally neutral. I'm not gonna fall either way. I like that. It's just this is missing. And also, I don't quite understand this foam pad back here. And maybe it's for certain height of people, but to me, I can't get my body to even hit it. I guess maybe if you did this. As far as comfort goes for me, I'm gonna stick with the Chair Zero non-high back. As with everything, nothing's perfect. What I don't like about both of these chairs, and it's almost all chairs in general, is it has these holes right here, and it can bring the cold air right into your bum. The quick fix for that is we usually set our sit pads in there, and that gives you a nice insulated butt area. Flipping this Chair Zero over, you can see the feet on these guys are very pointy and small. And so if the ground is wet or it's sandy and whatnot, I oftentimes find myself sliding back, and they'll just kind of dig themselves in, and I'll have to reposition the chair. On the high back version, that's actually quite a bit bigger foot, and it's a little bit less pointy. So this should keep from sliding into the ground as much. Both of these chairs, I believe, have a pad or a platform, I think they call it, that you can attach, that you can hold from not sliding into the ground. The problem with that is you're dealing with more weight. When looking at the high back chair, the one thing that I noticed when I was scooching around in it is these pockets make a little bit of a creaking noise when they're kind of flexing in there. And I really only noticed it when I was playing around with it at the house where it was like super quiet. Like out here where there's wind and everything, I didn't actually notice it. But there it is. All nitpicking aside, the Helinox chairs, to me, as a brand, they actually seem like they're very well made. I like the aluminum poles they use. I like the material. The stitching actually seems to be really well done. There's not a bunch of fray marks or anything. To me, it feels like these chairs are gonna last a while.
When it comes to ultralight gear, it normally comes at a higher price, and these are no exception. As of right now, the Chair Zero is $149 with the high back at $179, so about a $30 difference.
Helinox did a great job sizing these bags. They're actually easy, very easy to put away actually. You just pop the legs out, I just fold this guy in half and lay it down. Just pull the legs out and fold them up towards the center. Another thing about this chair is I can actually hold the whole thing in one hand. Some chairs you can't, like our Mantis chairs, it's a two-handed thing. It's not the easiest. I try and space out these things. If you're really trying to shed weight, you could ditch the bag, but it doesn't weigh that much, and I think it helps protect things while you're in transit. The high back version does exactly the same. You have to start with the bottom legs. This one's almost easier to pack up because I just stick it here. Since it pivots, it's a little harder to handle. These center sections actually come off, but I don't actually pull them off. As you can see, that goes one-handed as well. I've just been sticking it right on the edge here, and this has that bar in it. It actually keeps it together. Makes it really easy to roll up. And if anything, they actually made the bag a little too big, which actually is really nice. Slides in super easy. Overall size comparison, you can see the two. Might be easier to see this side.
If you've seen any of our other chair reviews, you know that Greg and I hardly ever agree on the chair. And of course, this is no exception. So if you can get yourself out to an REI or whatever outdoor store that's near you, definitely try them out.
If you want to know which is the best Helinox chair, it's obviously the Chair Zero, the basic one.
No, the high back, definitely the high back.
Either way, we'll put links to both of these chairs down in the description below. Go watch this video next.
And you can find us at explorertrekadventure.com, and we'll see you next time.